Yuki and John, Patreon buffet.
Every multiverse needs a space where worlds converge. So many heroes. So many villains. To choose from. To be. May the 4th be with us. At Northern Fancon.
Hello! Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to Yuki and John's podcast buffet at Northern Fancon. Yeah! Canada! 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 Okay, so we have so much to talk about. Usually we do one topic at a time, but we have guests, we have topics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce my co-host, who is...
Yuki Nakamura.
Speaking to the mic, Yuki.
Into
this
the
is
microphone.
podcasting. You gotta...
Yuki Nakamura.
Yuki Nakamura, ladies and
Yuki!
gentlemen. So, Yuki, you and I, we work on a TV show called The Last Drive-In with
Right.
Joe Bob Briggs, right?
Right.
And then we also do this thing called the Podcast Buffet, right?
Right.
What do you think about the Podcast Buffet? Do you have fun, or am I forcing you to do this?
No, I like it.
Okay, you like it.
yes.
Good. You know that we've never had any guests on the show, right? You remember
That's
that?
right, yeah.
Well, guess what?
We have a guest.
We have 2 guests,
Yes.
Yuki.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you introduce our guests, Yuki? Because these 2 people are your best friends, like your new best friends.
New best friend.
Okay, Yuki, introduce our guests because I'm
My left, Leah.
in the mic, Yuki.
Leah.
Leah, give it up for Leah.
Yeah!
And
Hi.
I met her.
First time caller, long time listener.
Oh.
How you doing?
I met her in Las Vegas.
We did. I forced my friendship on you guys in Vegas.
Right.
And here
That's
we are
right.
today.
We were forced to know you, and now we don't regret a minute of it because you're the reason why we're here.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you were so nice. You brought us out to Canada. You fed us poutine last night,
Right.
beer, hockey. It was amazing. All right, and who's our next guest, Yuki?
The men. And we did the work together, right?
We did. Hi, my name is Ming Chen. You might know me from a little TV show called Comic Book Men.
Yeah, Ming!
Hey.
Here at FanCon, I'm a 5-time returning guest. I also love beer, hockey, poutine, Canadian women.
So last night, you were the reason we went to the Canadian Brew House.
Yes, we went to a place called the Canadian Brew House, which is a hardcore Canadian hockey bar. So they have 87 TVs, all playing hockey. Whenever the home team scores, a goal horn goes off, and like 37 goal lights go off.
Yeah, there were alarms. I was at the urinal. I had my pants unzipped. I heard the first horn, and I thought it was the smallest penis in Canada award. And, hey, I thought they knew, but luckily, oh, wait, I just revealed it. Anyway, so...
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I worked with him, the movie.
Oh,
5
yeah,
years ago.
Yuki.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
We're both in the Team Trauma, my friends.
That's right, yeah.
I did a cameo in a Shakespeare Shitstorm, and I guess you worked on it.
Right, I worked on it. I
Did you do
designed the
production
show.
design?
Yes, production design. But I think the day you were working on it, I
Yeah.
wasn't on set, so that's why I didn't meet you.
You missed a lot. You missed 2 big things in particular. So in the movie, so the reason this happened was Lloyd was on Comic Book Man.
That's right. Give it up for Comic Book Men.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah!
And we held a contest. There were 4 of us. He's like, hey, I want to do a trauma, like kind of a gauntlet of trauma things to weed it down to one final person who could who is worthy enough to be in my next
But
production.
there was some story, like, I don't work on set.
Yeah.
I work on offset.
Okay.
Because I have to ready for the next day shoot.
Right.
So, but, there was a little thing going on. And
You
that's
missed
why
all the
I-
special effects, Yuki.
Right, because I wasn't there.
You weren't there. But
Yeah.
Ming had the most beautiful set of, how can I say it, because there's kids here.
Earmuffs,
Right.
kids. This show is not for
No,
you.
there-
by the
we
way.
can make this clinical, but Lloyd was like, I get there, I get to set, and Lloyd was like, hey, would you be willing to wear a prosthetic? I'm like, yeah, like a cut or something, or like, a blood or a wound. He's like, oh no, I got something special planned for you. And he strapped to me 2 things that you feed kids with breasts.
Oh, Oh, that's what you do with those. I
they're
didn't know
breasts.
that's what those were for.
Yeah,
I
and,
thought they were for just going.
Yeah, and the two makeup artists blended it in so great that they looked incredible.
They looked amazing, and you looked amazing. And Ming, I'm glad that we're here today because we got to get those prosthetics back on you, and I'll meet you in the hotel
so
later.
The character is the guy who has boobs, or which way?
no. In the movie, there's a green substance that people snort that does weird things to them.
It's called The Tempest because the movie's
Yeah.
based on Shakespeare's The Tempest, and Lloyd did his own version, #Shakespeare's Shitstorm. But the drug that everybody's using is called The Tempest and make them morph into different monsters and stuff. And Ming had the beautiful breast monster.
Yeah, so I rip open my shirt and they grow and
I
they're
missed a good thing there.
And one of the best things was last week I wake up in the morning and there's an email string from these guys and Yuki's like, do I know Ming? And right below that is a picture from John with like Ming and his giant tits. And I lost it. I choked on my own spit. It was fantastic.
yeah, they look
Because
good.
if I seen it, I would never forget about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But,
And it's
you
okay
know, I
if you
just
feel
didn't see
if
it.
you feel their feelings while looking at it. It's okay. It's okay. But we shot for like 2 hours and then thereafter they're like, oh, we're going to take them off now. I'm like, no.
Leave him on.
They're like, what? I'm
I
like,
live
can
here now.
It's like, can I leave them on for another hour? So I just want to. I like these.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Ming, I don't know if you remember this, but on Comic Book Men, when you went through the gauntlet of trauma stuff, I played the Toxic Avenger and I crushed your head.
Yes, you were there.
Yeah, I was
so
there.
We met, but you were in costume, and I didn't know it was you. So it's a reunion of sorts.
It's totally a reunion. So we're here in Canada. This is the first time in Canada for me. What about you, Yuki?
I was actually here before.
And what did you do in Canada? You faked the Ogopogo.
Yes, I was making a documentary about Ogopogo.
What is an Ogopogo for people outside of the Okanagan region?
Like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, kind of Canadian version of Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, I guess there's the Okanagan Lake, which is pretty
Right.
big. It's like
Right.
Loch Ness, basically. It's that big.
So
and
the-
you guys have your own Canadian version. It's called Ogopogo.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I
Not to
s-
be
I
confused with
spend
Oingo Boingo or
Oingo.
I
yeah,
spent the $2 million to do that documentary.
yeah.
So I was famous, and then the mayor came to me and says, "Oh, this is more budget than our whole year budget. The small town."
Yes.
Yeah. So I was on TV news. I was in newspaper.
Right. You were big.
Yeah, I was famous.
But that you didn't get any footage of the actual Ogopogo, so you had to make it out of styrofoam, right? Yuki, you are such a lying bastard.
Yeah, well, I wasn't in charge. I was hired to do it. This was for Japanese TV station, so I had my boss, and then I just did what he asked.
You're such a follower. What's
But-
wrong with you?
He wanted to get paid, obviously.
Well,
yeah.
I get
That's
the pay
true.
well, but before I did everything, local coordinator says, "Yuki, don't do it. It's too cold to do anything." But they didn't listen, so there was nothing, not even fish.
It's too cold for Canadian fish.
Because it's too cold, and then the lake is like
Yeah.
just empty.
Right.
So we're shooting nothing. So they asked me to decorate the lake. So I told them, "Why don't we shoot in the pool?"
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to go to the bottom of a lake for? Just fake it.
Yeah. So I had the.
You shot it in a pool.
In the hotel pool.
I had a.
I love you. So you made your own Patterson film. You know the Patterson film with the Bigfoot?
Yes.
Like that. You did that basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wow.
The hump,
You made a hump. Hairy
I've
hump.
heard that about you.
You have a hairy hump. Yes.
Okay.
So I just pulled the hump in front of the camera. Then they show it. So basically, that's totally bullshit. And then.
And did Canada buy this? Did they?
No, that was a whole Japanese TV.
Oh, did Japan buy it?
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
There's a whole group of people in Japan who really think the Ogopogo exists because of you, Yuki.
Yeah.
And you're just a son of a bitch. You are just a liar.
It's all a lie.
Hey, I live here, so I didn't care. I got my money, so.
All a lie.
That's all that happens. You got to get paid, right? So this is the 10th year of Northern Fancon, right?
Sure is.
Oh my goodness. Tell me some of your favorite memories of this convention, because already we've been here for 24 hours and I love this place.
That smile has not left your face. For
I've
the
been
last
so
24
happy.
hours.
You
Like, as
barely
soon-
even started getting
For
your
real.
experience.
So tell me some of the beautiful things that you've experienced over the years.
I don't know, probably getting up to bullshit with Ming. Usually we're getting in some sort of trouble. For me, it's making friends and like meeting cool people and yeah, and then like the event for like all the people that come here.
Yeah, so many great, nice people. I mean, and then of course the guests, the fellow guests. Look, I'm going to be very honest with you. Dave Foley's here.
Yes.
He's
Girl
cool as
Drink.
fuck, by the
He's
way.
so cool. Girl Drink Drunk is a sketch, one of my favorite sketches of all time. Me and my friend Nathan used to go out in L.A. and actually order girl drinks because of Dave Foley. So now that he's here sitting next to me,
sitting next to them.
What is this that I'm drinking here? It has real fruit juice, so it's kind of
This
girly.
is called Bali Water. It's a premium vodka beverage. This is a girl drink.
Girl Drink Drunk. We're getting Girl Drink Drunk.
You
Yeah.
said that. Yeah.
I filled my purse from what was up in the green room for us, and I'm like, we can't do this sober. So
But can you quickly explain the Girl Drink Drunk sketch for anyone who's never watched Kids in the Hall?
Yes,
We're in
so-
Canada, so I can't imagine no one's watched
Everybody
it.
here is-
But there's some
yeah.
Americans watching on the live.
So, Girl Drink Drunk is a sketch where a guy, it starts out sort of like he has an alcohol problem, but it turns out that he only drinks the girl drinks. Oh my God, it's Dave Foley! Dave Foley, everybody! Yes!
yeah.
So it's about Kevin McDonald, who only drank strawberry margaritas, and he got started on that by Mark McKinney after we did a show in Calgary that bombed. So it's about it's basically me making fun of Kevin's drinking habits. So there, I'll hand it back to you now.
Then you introduced me to those drinking habits, so I thank you. Oh, well, good. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Dave Foley, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody. The legendary Dave Foley, everybody.
Oh my God, now that's our third guest ever on this show, Yuki.
Yeah.
Usually it's just
The
me and
bar is
Yuki.
up
The
there
bar
now.
is so high.
my
I mean, also, look, Spencer and Gigi are here. Now, Spencer and Gigi, they were the first people we met at the airport.
Right.
So nice, so cool. And then when we found out that Spencer was in Rogue One and she was in Farscape, our heads exploded. Our nipples got erect and everything, it went black. I blacked out. What about you, Yuki? How erect are your nipples?
The force was strong with him that day.
Oh, my God, tomorrow's May the 4th, so we're going to be
That's right.
with Darth Vader on May the 4th.
How crazy is that, dude?
And we got the 501 here too.
Oh, my
A lot of
goodness.
Star Wars going on in this building.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay,
but that Darth Vader who lays waste to all the rebels at the end of Rogue One, that's him.
That's him.
That's
That-
freaking him.
How freaking cool is that? I mean, so, okay, what else? What else do we have coming up here? Come on, tell us all these beautiful things that we have this weekend.
Well, after the show tonight, we're going to go across the street and do some drunk karaoke singing with our friends. That is open to the public. Tomorrow's a full day. It's the 20-hour day. It's the gauntlet of gauntlets. It's going to be a tired smile on our faces. And then there's wrestling in the evening. Like, not all of our guests are still here. Like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is coming. Like,
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Pullman, yeah.
You know, when I have a
Donald.
child, if I ever have a son, I'm naming him Hacksaw John Brennan.
I saw your tweet that said that.
Yeah, and his first name's gonna be Hacksaw, and he's gonna have a great life. People are just gonna be like, "Yo, that's Hacksaw. He's the best."
Yeah, we don't mess with hacksaw. We don't mess with the hacksaw ever.
Everybody listen to Hacksaw. So what? Okay, Ming, you do a lot
Yes,
of these.
Hacksaw.
Yes, you do a lot of these
Father of
conventions. What's some advice for people who, like me and Yuki, who've only done a few of these? Like, what's your tips for people who come to these conventions who are on the guest side of things?
Oh, on the guest side? All right,
Yeah.
well, I mean, take advantage. So they feed you, they wine and dine you. Something, they'll give you a couple dollar bills to go spend however you feel like it. Take advantage of that. If there's an adult entertainment club, go support the local, single mothers.
Put
and
on your
grandmothers.
prosthetics. Put on your prosthetic breasts and get nuts, right?
Yeah, for sure. And real quick, I got up here to Canada, and I'm like, wait, you guys don't have dollar bills here. How do you tip here? And it was a mystery for a
Flicking
while.
them. You got to flick them.
But you throw coins at the
Wait,
dancers.
you throw coins?
Well, they
My
give you a
VJ's getting bruised just thinking about
they give
that.
you
I
a-
don't have that
They
stamina.
give you a target. So the ladies, they all print out like a calendar or some kind of poster that they try to sell you at the end, but they roll it up and they want you to throw. You aim for the target. It's like basketball. It's like NBA Jam. It's like he's on fire. Boom, shakalaka. Yeah, it's like that. And then at the end, they can give you they can sell you the poster. It's the greatest thing. Between that and the hockey bar and like Caesars.
We don't have strippers here anymore, but
and,
we've been to the
and
strippers
Cheesies,
together.
like I'm totally moving here. I'm renouncing my U.S. citizenship.
Amazing.
I don't want to don't tell Hacksaw that.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell Hacksaw,
I don't say that too loud, but
Okay.
I might have to renounce my citizenship.
Oh, man. Now, Leah,
Yes, sir.
what about from the side of the logistics and the planning versions of this? Like, I know because Yuki and I plan things. We do logistics all the time.
You
Sometimes
sure do.
with the
You
Joe
guys are
Bob
the
stuff.
unsung heroes of the last drive-in.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the catering. We do the craft services. So, what are some advice that you have for people that have to put together an event like this?
Communicate, plan, have people that you trust.
Don't keep that
And
information
don't
to
be
yourself.
a little bitch. If you say you're
Yeah.
going to do something, go do it and get it done.
That's right. If you don't want to work, don't work. Just go away and come to the event and enjoy it. But if you want to be a little stupid ass,
I mean, there's a reason we've been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
Because, like, all of our people, we are a fine oiled machine here, and we, like, know what we're doing in each of our sectors. So, yeah. Find good people.
All 10 times?
Pardon
10
me?
years?
Into the
Yes,
mic,
10 years.
Yuki.
Why are your hands so cold, by the way?
it's freezing in here. We're on an ice rink. There's ice skating rink underneath us.
Oh,
My-
America. You're so silly.
Right.
Yeah, my advice for anyone running an event: make sure you're well funded, because if a problem comes up, just throw money at it.
Throw
It'll go
money
away.
at it. You
It'll
throw
go
money
away.
at the event,
Sponsorship.
and you throw money at the strippers.
Yes,
Right.
That's good.
it's all about throwing money.
Throwing
yes.
money. All right, so with our buffet show, we usually pick one topic, but now that we have so many guests and we have just a little bit of time, we're going to sort of do lightning round of topics over
Okay,
here.
can I mention something real quick? I saw a guy back there. I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait for the podcast. I'm gonna go. What kind of food you guys serving? Like, what the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "I saw it was called the
buffet.
the podcast buffet with Yuki and John." He's like, "What? I'm really hungry. What kind of are you guys be serving really good food?" I'm like,
It's food for thought, my man. It's more about just a buffet of ideas.
He was very excited about the food.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll buy you a cheeseburger. Do we got cheeseburgers around here? I'll buy him a whoever that guy is. If you thought that this was a buffet, I'll give you your money back.
There he
All
is.
right. I got you a cheeseburger. Come and see me after the show. I got
Right there.
$5 Canadian dollars
Yeah.
with your name on it.
You owe him a hot dog and some of those mini donuts out at the fair right here.
For real, you got it.
Yeah.
So
a
okay.
bucket of mini donuts.
Speaking of food, one of the things that I wanted to sort of touch upon was food, because we're a buffet thing, and I obviously tricked this poor man into thinking we were a food podcast. What are some food scenes in movies that you guys remember? Now, it doesn't have to just be horror movies, even though Yuki and I are from the horror community.
I, too, am.
Oh, and you, see, you're from horror as well. So, oh my goodness. So,
Oh, my God.
one of the things that I remember is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, when Freddy Krueger is force-feeding that poor woman in her dreams, and her cheeks start to balloon up and her head starts to expand. That gives me some really bad nightmares, because I love food, but I don't want to eat that way. That's some crazy shit, Yuki. What do you think? What's a food movie
Well,
scene?
see, for me, it's difficult because food is part of the set dressing and props. So it's not the food. It's a props. It's a dressing. But many people think food on the set is food, but it's not.
Right, you're not supposed to really eat
Right,
the
you're
food.
not supposed to eat.
Didn't you have an experience where somebody ate all your cheese?
Yeah, this I don't want to name it, but this actress ate 3 pounds of cheese. 3 pounds.
It's a lot of cheese.
That's a baby. That's a
lot of
baby of
cheese.
cheese.
a lot of cheese.
Oh
So
my
she used to be a Playboy centerfold, but that time she was big as a house. Well, of course, you
Oh,
know,
she eats 3 pounds of cheese in one sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
That's a...
Well, that's a memorable movie.
Right. She was very nice, though, but she didn't look like when she was in Playboy Center.
So you had to go out and get more cheese.
Right. I had the 1 pound. I say, oh, this is enough.
Like, bitch, this
But
is
no.
not for you, this next 3 pounds.
So I have to send the, PA to get the 2 more pounds, and she ate it that too. So basically, she ate 3 pounds of cheese the one day.
That was an interesting toilet experience that night. All right, what about you, Leah?
Okay. I thought about this.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just going to start. I'm going to say, and you're going to know exactly what movie this is from, but
Okay.
would you like some chilled monkey brains?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
a bowl of eyeball soup and a side of python from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones
Yeah,
and the
all
Temple
right.
of Doom. What a great scene. I was a little kid and I saw that movie in the theater. And this part where he holds the 2 snakes up into his mouth, never forgot it. And I want to eat snake.
And any opportunity to say, like, Kalima.
Kalima, Shakti Day.
Kalima.
Yes.
That's a good food scene.
Snake
I think
surprise.
it was
What's
a
the
little
surprise?
Exaggerated the scene. The many Asian people got mad, like, hey, we eat. Well, like, especially, I'm sorry. But, I mean,
I've eaten all kinds of weird stuff, my friend.
Right, I mean,
That doesn't
you
surprise
guys
me.
eat a lot.
Well, what's the weirdest thing you ever ate? Did you ever eat snake or alligator or
I
anything?
had, and I was in Taiwan. They have a whole alley. It's called Snake Alley, and you go down there to eat snake and drink snake blood. It's supposed to be good for the libido, my friend. It's supposed to make you get you all horned up, and
But
yeah,
still,
and
that
it's supposed to be
scene
good
was
for your
too
eyes.
much,
It's supposed to be good for
right?
everything.
Like eyeball or...
Yeah,
like-
eyeballs, snake bones, all that stuff, man.
Well, you put on your prosthetics, you go to Snake Alley,
Yeah.
you get the libido going, go to the strip club,
Yeah, oh,
throw
man,
some coins.
Snake Alley has the best tiger penis on the planet. So,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Well, what about a scene from a movie besides?
This is one that scarred me for several years, and I think it affected a lot of people. But I got to go with The Lost Boys. And
Magnets. You're eating magnets, Michael.
Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots.
Good one.
Yes, worms, Michael. How are those worms? Yes.
Yeah.
That turned me off Chinese food for a long time, and I'm Chinese.
Yeah.
I did not eat rice for several months after that because I was that cutback to all those magnets in the Chinese food box. You can't. Yeah, and I was 14 or whatever.
Yeah, that's
that
freaky.
really seriously and honestly affected me.
Well, the weirdest thing I ever ate in real life was bugs. I went with my friends. We used to have a club where we would go out to dinner, and my friend found a place that served bugs in L.A. at the Santa Monica airport.
Oh yeah,
called
no, I've been there. Typhoon. It was called Typhoon. Yeah.
Typhoons.
Yeah, they
and
had ant fries.
ant fries, cricket noodles, and then what I ate was a little baguette with the bruschetta, and then you put on the scorpion, and they fried the scorpion, and I ate that. It was not bad. It was crunchy. It was like bacon.
Yes. Yeah,
They're serving whale.
At Typhoon?
Yeah,
They serve whale?
but it's not on the menu. But
it's an off-menu item. It's like In-N-Out Burger. It's on the secret menu.
It's the secret menu.
Secret menu. But I think that they got busted and then they're closed for a while because of that.
Well, Typhoon, you bastards. I don't agree with whale. I wouldn't want to eat no whale. But give me bugs all day long. If you got crickets in the audience, throw them up here like Ming does with the strippers, and I'll open my mouth.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
I ate a grasshopper taco once. That's a thing.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
I think I would try some grasshopper.
Yeah, it's crunchy,
Crunchy, yeah,
It's like a Taco Bell Crunch Wrap. And if you drink, if you're drunk enough, if you're Taco Bell drunk, you'll eat grasshopper.
Yeah, come on. My friend loved the water bugs. He was sitting there, he had the chopsticks. He's like, these water bugs are amazing. I'm like, I don't think anybody's ever said these water bugs are amazing in the entire history of the world.
Yeah.
Except this guy. All right, so let's go on to another topic because we
Okay.
don't have a lot of time. We have to get through at least a few lightning topics.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next topic? Well, I don't want to go to like a climax sort of thing, but there's been a lot of things floating around here. And we sort of talked about it last night, and there's a couple of Mormons in the audience. I want to give a big shout out to Christian and Colby.
All right, Christian.
Christian and Colby, wherever you are, you sort of inspired us. This is not disparaging Mormonism in any way. It's just bringing up a thing that they do,
Okay.
and it's called soaking.
Soaking.
Soaking. Now, does anybody know on this panel what soaking is?
We're well versed after the last 24 hours.
You're soaking experts.
Laundry.
I mean, I haven't done it, but we've
dishes.
talked about it for the last day. So
That's right. So do you care to explain what soaking is? I can take it if you don't want to.
I'm gonna give it to you, John. You're a guest here.
Okay. I'll
you're
take the
clearly
brunt of it.
enamored
If
with
you're a
it.
child, please put your earmuffs on
Okay.
now for this portion of
I'm
the
going to say it
podcast.
as PG, G-rated as I can.
Okay.
So when a man and a woman, and it could be other ways too, but usually the Mormons do it with a man and a woman, and they are preparing to make love. The man usually gets on top of the woman, and there's a loophole for them to have intercourse where they put it, they go inside, and then they sit there and they soak, and they let it just sit inside of the.
They don't move at all.
You know,
One
and then
in,
they don't
one out.
thrust, and they're allowed to just pull out, and then that's the end of the lovemaking situation.
Okay.
That's what soaking is. You're allowed to sit there. There's a loophole. The Mormons say. But then what the Mormons do, which is very interesting, and it's whoever came up with this is an absolute genius. It's called jump humping. Now what happens is the soakers, who are, you know, staring deeply into each other's eyes and loving each other, their friend comes in, gets on the bed, and jumps. Bum, 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 bum. And that way...
And that's legal.
That's legal, because they're not thrusting. Only the
Someone
jump
else is
humper.
moving them.
Right.
They're
the
causing
power
the motion.
of God and physics is helping them out.
So that's what soaking is, and if you have a jump humper, that's a very nice person who's helping your experience.
But
Professional
I'm
jump
always
humper.
wondering if the third guy, does he have a clothes or he's naked?
That's a great question, Yuki. What would you do if you were a jump humper? You would be. I think we should put you in a cowboy outfit.
You love the West. Put in or could you just do it just wearing a bolo
No, but I
tie?
mean,
Just wear a
logically,
bolo
maybe
tie.
He should be wearing the clothes, but if you have a clothes, it doesn't make any sense because the other two people are naked.
Right. Well, you
So-
had a great idea. You're like a genius at soaking, because I figured that the soaking would be man on top, woman on bottom, but you said it would be great to reverse it so that the woman's on top,
Right.
and that way it's a whole new soaking experience.
She could move, right? That's okay, right?
Yeah, I think it's genius, Yuki. You're a genius. And then they also have another kind of jump humper, which this term doesn't make any sense for this, but they go under the bed and they push up.
Seems like way too much work
That's a lot of work,
Well,
right?
so is
Yeah.
intercourse.
of just lying there with it in there. It's like,
Well, I mean, just regular intercourse is a lot of work too.
yeah.
So
Well, we're not talking about regular.
no,
in
I
and
know,
out.
obviously not. But
Now, you
and
came
this
up with.
this is documented.
There's a
this is true?
Wikipedia page for
Okay,
soaking.
that's not that's not documented. Have you talked to an actual Mormon
We're
about
gonna
this?
find one. Hey,
No,
if
there
you're
was
out
an
there watching
article-
this show right now.
There was an
live on our
article
YouTube.
that I found about a famous, not famous, but a star basketball player at Brigham Young who
Okay.
got in trouble for soaking all over campus. He was the soak.
Why did he get in trouble? Was he not doing it correctly?
Probably because he had too many jump humpers.
Ah, okay.
I think you have a limited jump humper, like 2 jump humpers at once.
Okay, not enough jump shots. Okay.
Now,
Okay,
Leah,
I'm all for freedom of religion and maybe it sounds weird to us, but
Yeah, no, I think it's
I'm open.
amazing.
Yeah, but this is This is true.
This is true.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
I want to try
because
soaking.
it does sound made up, but
And then
Your
Yuki.
girlfriend's at home. Liz is at home.
Yeah, Liz
so
is
go-
at home,
You're like,
I mean-
hey, I went to Canada. I learned about soaking. Go
Well,
lay in bed.
me and Yuki
There's no
tonight.
foreplay.
We could do. We could do browning, Yuki. I'm gonna brown you tonight. Sorry, I said I wasn't gonna get filthy, and now this is all I could do.
We've been talking about this so much, though, that it's somehow spread to the floor of the convention, and people keep going up to
Yeah,
the table, and they're like,
Fox,
is this the
Fox and
soaks?
Cammy.
Yes,
Thank you,
Cammy
Fox and
Fox.
Cammy, for coming up and asking about
Is this the soak station?
Now, so this jump humper,
Yeah.
does he get paid? Or
would
that
you
the-
pay the jump
It's kind
humper?
of like
Yeah,
an action-oriented cuck. Right? Like, he's not joining in, he's just jumping.
I
It's like
do
the
have one
culture.
complaint about this convention.
We're getting kicked out of this convention pretty
There's
fucking
not a
soon.
good cuck chair in my hotel room. There's only a cuck table, and I need the chair. I can't.
You didn't get the chair?
No, I
got
have
the
2
chair.
chairs, but they're
I
not
got the
comfortable
chair.
enough.
well, so now you have
We
to
made
do
it this far, and it's like,
Yeah.
"Meh."
You have
Yeah,
to
no,
do
you-
a convention then, like a Triple X convention.
Yeah.
I'll plan better for your rooms next time.
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you so much.
No, you don't pay the jump humper. That's someone who's a good friend and like, hey, I'll help. I help you out tonight. You help me out tomorrow night. It's okay, deal.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
See,
right.
you're a good friend, Ming. That's why you're a nice guy, because you would jump hump for somebody for free just to, like, help them.
Sure. Absolutely, I would.
Ming eats pizza he finds on the sidewalk. He'll definitely be your jump humper. So
Wait, is that true? You eat pizza off the sidewalk?
I did once, and now I won't live it down.
Tell me all about this. How did that happen?
Well, no, where I'm from, there's a pizza place, and I guess at the end of the night, they just give them away, and somebody got one and left it on the side, and I'm like, well, that's fair game, right? And I was drunk, and I was hungry. It looked untouched, so I ate it, and I'm okay. I'm
You're
you're
alive.
still here.
I'm here. I didn't get dysentery. I didn't get, no diseases.
Was
that
it
I know of.
delicious, or was it just
It
like...
was. It was good.
Wow.
It was good.
And that means you probably also ate some bugs at the same time. There was ants on
It
that
was
thing.
probably, it was like a fine gourmet ant meal, yes.
You don't have to go to Typhoon. That was free.
No, at Typhoon it will cost $50, but on the sidewalk, free.
You know what, Ming? I think that you did the right thing.
I believe so, I did. I believe I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never eaten anything off the street, but I'm kind of thinking maybe this week find some poutine on the ground.
Please don't eat shit on the ground in Prince
In
George.
PG,
Please
probably not a
don't.
good
Are
idea.
you sure?
I'm positive. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that was amazing. Anybody have any questions about
Do
soaking?
you want to talk about soaking? Come on up to the mic. Let us
If
know.
anybody has a question about anything, even if it's not about soaking, you could ask us
Yeah,
anything.
movies, food.
Movies, food. I do want to mention a
America.
couple of Canadian films that, especially in the horror realm, we got Prom Night 1 and Prom Night 2. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. Now, Prom Night 1 had Jamie Lee Curtis in it, which is great, but no offense, none taken, Jamie Lee. Prom Night 2 is a little bit better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen it, it's just like
I
really
saw
cool.
only one.
Oh,
I
all
never
right.
seen two.
Anybody else have any good Canadian movies? Because I have a list. If you don't,
I have a list.
What do you got? What do you got? Come on.
So my very favorite Canadian movie is called Hardcore Logo. It was made by Bruce McDonald, who went on to make the new generation of the Degrassi. But you guys probably won't know this. His
No.
name's Hugh Dillon, and in the 90s and early 2000s, one of the best Canadian bands was the Headstones. He's gone on to act in Yellowstone and Mayor
Hugh
of...
Dillon?
Yeah, Hugh Dillon.
I like him.
You will love this movie. It's like a road movie for this punk band that decides to get back together and do a tour in their van. They go across Canada. It's my ultimate favorite. It was like a watching must when I went to college. It was part of one of my classes. So that's my favorite.
Great suggestion.
I love the Canadian TV show, Flashpoint.
Yes, yes.
He was
So
in
you
it.
know Hugh.
Yeah.
Isn't he awesome? He's awesome.
Great suggestion. So I've never seen it. I'm going to put them on my letterbox immediately. Any other
should. You'll love
suggestions?
it.
What other Canadian movies you guys know?
I know the movie called Ticking Man.
Ticking Man?
Yeah. That
What's
was
this?
Bad. Well,
Oh,
movies that the guy had the bomb in his stomach.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
But they never tell us how he got the bomb, so it doesn't make any sense. Suddenly,
He ate pizza off the ground.
Yes.
And then
And yeah, that's a ticking time bomb
And
right
then he
there.
got tits first, though.
Yeah. The Ming
that
Chen
was the-
story, ticking man.
So nothing makes sense. It was so bad. I saw it Palm Spring International Film Festival,
yeah.
and they gave us a T-shirt. T-shirt was better than movie.
T-shirt was better than the movie.
Yeah.
They should put that on the poster.
The t-shirt's
T-shirt was better than movie.
movie.
Yuki Nakamura. That's a selling point.
Do you guys know? You probably don't know this. Are you any of you here Strange Brew fans?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys definitely don't know this, but the brewery scene was filmed here in Prince George.
No way.
Yeah,
What?
wait. I was withholding this information for that exact reaction
What?
right now.
That was
my
here?
God.
Yeah.
We have to go. I have to smell the ground. We have to go. That's one. I love that movie so much. And what's so funny about that is that when they invented those characters on SCTV,
Yeah.
it was because they were mandated to have more Canadian-centric stuff on the show. So they invented those two characters.
Bob and Doug, yeah.
And it was accepted. That's so funny. So we are in hallowed ground. Not only are we here at Northern Fancon, where it's one of the greatest conventions I've ever been to, but we have the Strange Brew.
Yeah, we're in the epicenter of Strange Brew here. It's amazing.
Rick
I didn't-
Moranis. Oh my God!
I
can
had
smell
no
him.
idea, though. Wow.
You didn't even know? You've
No,
been
I didn't
here
know.
so many
I know, but
times.
no one's ever mentioned that
Wow.
in the whole
So
time I've been here.
is it an actual brewery or was
It
it?
is an actual brewery.
Wow! What beer?
PWB, I believe.
We got to drink some of that.
All right, we'll make
wow!
it happen later.
Thank you for blowing my mind twice
You're
today.
welcome. I sat on that for at least 24 hours since you've been here.
Amazing. Let's see what else we have here. I have this is a great one. Very underrated horror comedy. called Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh my God, awesome.
Great movie. If nobody's ever seen it, definitely check that one out. You gotta, Yuki.
We
You would
had
love
Alan
it.
Tudyk here a few years ago. He was a great guest.
What a great actor,
Yeah.
right? And of course, I have to mention the great David Cronenberg. The
Yes.
great David Cronenberg. I mean, Shivers, all these movies that he's done. And that's not even, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The Fly, Videodrome, Dead Ringers. This is a Canadian man who should be celebrated for his beautiful Canadian essence.
Now his son making a movie now.
Yeah, his son, Brandon Cronenberg,
Yeah.
makes movies too. What a great, rich art you guys have. I mean, so many people. Mike Myers, right? He was Canadian.
Is.
William
He is.
Shatner now, right?
Yeah, he's still with us. He's still with us. I know some people wish he wasn't, but he's still with us.
Captain Kirk is a
Captain Kirk is Canadian?
Yeah.
He was one of our first guests in the first year of FanCon.
William Shatner was here?
He sure was.
Wow.
Wow. Was he nice?
That was the one and only year I have not worked
Yeah,
for
no, I heard
FanCon.
he had a great time here
But
by
yeah,
all
I've
accounts.
heard
He had a
good
great
things.
time.
The first movie I ever saw in the theater was Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I was a little boy. And that man will hold a near and dear space to me just because of my love of movies and that he was in that movie. He was the star of that movie.
Yeah.
So, that's amazing that he was here. What else do we got? Yuki.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, right? Jim Carrey's Canadian.
Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman.
And then
Wow, some deep cuts.
Donald Sutherland.
Who?
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
What about any women? We haven't mentioned a single. We are the most sexist, misogynist pigs.
You know, you got like Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, you got a lot of cool Canadian
Elliot
women.
Page.
Elliot Page.
Is she, anyway, from Canada?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Trailer Park Boys. Oh my God.
Oh, that's some
Hello.
royalty next to Dave Foley over there.
Yeah, this is amazing. So, okay, I want to ask you guys because we're running out of time. We have about 10 minutes left. I want to
We
ask.
live here.
We live here in Canada now. Me and Yuki are moving
We live
here.
here on this stage.
I want to ask about, because we all work in the movie industry and have all worked on movies and TV, is there any really strange or interesting things that have happened to you on the set, or even maybe some advice for people who are trying to get into the industry? Anything about set life in general that you could share with people?
I got lucky. I think the first set I was ever on was Dogma, Kevin Smith's Dogma.
Great movie.
And I got lucky. I got to be in a scene. I get to set. And I'm like, hey Kevin, well, what am I doing? I'm like, you're just gonna throw me in the background or something, which we're doing great. It's like, no, I got something special planned for you. And I was like, well, what do you got? It's like, all right, well, the scene takes place in a strip club. You're gonna be next to me and Jason Mewes as Jay and Silent Bob, and Salma Hayek's gonna come out and take her clothes off. I need you to act like you're gonna like this. I need you to act like you're like this.
The hardest acting job
I'm like,
you
I
ever
don't
had.
know. I don't know, Kevin. I don't have the training for this. So I might have to go
gross.
method. And this is, all that time going to strip clubs paid off though, and I got to act. It looks like I'm not acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
But I'll-
shaking. You were shaking. You were like,
Yeah.
I gotta throw coins
Yeah,
now.
I look
gotta
like
throw coins.
I'm enjoying this, but that's all acting. That's like Robert De Niro method taxi driver like acting right there.
Oh, that's amazing.
But I remember after he shot that, it was great. And some of the special effects guys were like, "Oh, you're Ming Chen." I was like, "Hey, do you want to see the poop monster?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, man!" So they took me back to where they were building it, and we're going. They showed me the rubber poop monster, and they point to these 55-gallon drums. I'm like, "What's in there?" They're like, "Oh, that's the poop. That's the fake poop." And I'm like, "What is it made out of?" It was like oatmeal and like cream of wheat, and I don't know what they used to make it brown. But it was crazy. And at some point, I wasn't there. At some point, they exploded because it made all this noxious gas, and it built up in the drums.
They
and
used the wrong mixture of stuff and it popped.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, but I was like, how many times are you going to be on a movie set? Like, hey, you want to see a poop monster or you want to see some fake poop?
I wonder if, because hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm has a 10-minute sequence where whales jump over a boat
Oh,
and
yeah,
shit
there's a
all
lot of
over it.
poop, yeah.
I wonder which movie, Dogma or Shakespeare Shitstorm, has the most poop
Yeah,
ever.
Yuki, do you know anything about that fake poop? How they
No,
made it?
I do.
wanted to
It's
know how
tapioca
Yuki would make
starch.
fake
I
poop.
didn't. I think that's a CG.
It's all CG?
Yeah.
No.
No?
There was practical. It was like tapioca starch and tapioca pudding and brown food coloring and water, and they mixed all the
Oh,
stuff up.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't do that part, so I don't know.
Oh.
That's all right. But I'm pretty sure that they're probably neck and neck in the most poop ever on screen.
Probably, yeah. It's a lot of poop.
Other movie I did the poop, I used the sneaker.
There was a lot of shitting in Bridesmaids, though. Like, let's get real about that.
That's true. That might be have a run for its money, no pun intended.
Yeah, Yuki, what is in your poop recipe?
Yeah.
Well, I use the Snickers. You know,
sneaker?
those candy?
Oh, Snickers.
Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snickers. I hear also Baby Ruth works good too, but Snickers
Baby
is, yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah.
Pasolini in Sallow, which if any children out there want to see a great... No, I'm just joking. Don't see Sallow. No matter what you do, humans of all four... But there's a great trick. It was orange marmalade and then colored, and it's like they were... Because they had to ingest it.
Right.
But it looks great on screen, Yuki. Let's go get some orange marmalade and rub it all over each other and
In a
play
Snickers
Sallow.
bar.
What
Do
about
some soaking later.
Leah? What's something about a set that you remember, or any advice?
Okay, well, I honestly, I don't really like going to sets, so I'm always like, I'll do the job that I can stay at home for. And what that leads to is I do my job, no one knows my face, I show up to the after party, get kind of loser pissed and force my friendship on people, and they're like, who is she? So that's like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm going to stay back here and do my own thing. I mean, I've put Norm Coyne to bed a few times, the promoter
boy.
of this event.
boy.
I'm like, go to bed. It's 6 a.m. The sun is coming up. We have to film in 2 hours.
So you're like an executive producer then, because that's
I'm not. To wrangle Norm?
Yeah, you just wrangle. That's what they just do, like one thing a day. An executive producer. They're like, all right, here. So you're that's basically what you do. That's great.
Sort of. We'll go with that.
Yuki, any set things besides the Ogo Pogo, which is amazing.
I made many actors angry.
Right, you made a lot of actors angry. You know what the best one I think is? Neil Armstrong. He kicked you out of his house.
Wait, what?
Yes. Well, I was making a
At
documentary.
least he didn't punch you. Oh, that was Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz
Sorry,
Aldrin
that's
punched
But-
somebody.
well, I was making documentary,
Yeah.
and then, everything said. The first thing I asked, did you go to the moon? He threw me out.
Oh,
from the
no. You really?
But
Did you really walk on them when you asked him that?
it wasn't the question, just a simple, simple question I wanted to hear. He says, yes, I did. So, it wasn't like, okay, if you say, Yuki, I'm going to Las Vegas next week.
Yes.
Then 2 weeks later, when I see you, I say, hey, Leah, did you go to Las Vegas?
Yes, yes or no.
That
Very simple
kind
question.
Of question, right?
Yes.
So I asked Neil Armstrong, did you go to the moon?
You got kicked out.
Yeah, he threw me out.
So he didn't answer then.
He didn't answer.
So that's telling. So he didn't. Very simple question. He did not answer
You got
it.
guilty real fast.
All you
Then
conspiracy
he
theorists
passed
out there,
away, so
you
now,
might be right. Yeah. Wow. He kicked you out though. You got mad.
And then
Simple question.
Yuki
I
has
feel.
the best celebrity stories. He really does. That are always surprising.
Yeah, on Yuki and John's Patreon buffet, we have all stuff that's behind the pit. Not to be like too much to promote, but we have
Do
a
it.
paywall of stuff. And we did a whole series of Yuki celebrity stories where he either made them angry or hung out with them. I mean, you made out with Brooke Shields' mother.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
But she came on to.
Oh, of course you did.
Well, the thing is, she was a stage mom, so everything we're
Here we
shooting
go.
a commercial, so everything has to go through her. Then, unless she says okay, you can do anything on set. She was, I think, Brooke was 24, and then I was taking care of her mom as a coordinator. So, I said, can we do this? And yes, can we? So that night, we went to dinner, then we made out.
Wow.
You dog.
Well
Yuki.
done, my
Because
friend.
she came, I didn't want to make her hungry, so I just
It
let
was
her do
fear.
it.
It was fear tongue.
I didn't want to make her angry.
Yuki,
But I wanted.
you wanted to go to the Brown Lagoon. You want to go to Brown Lagoon.
Why her? I wanted your daughter, but
We want to soak in the Brown Lagoon later.
All right, so it's 6:43. We probably only have a few minutes left, so let's go down the line and say what Northern Fancon means to us. I'm going to tell you what Northern Fancon means to me first, and then we'll go down the line. Me, Northern Fancon means it's my first time to Canada, and I am so grateful to be here. I've met so many awesome people so far, and this podcast really went well, so I'm feeling on top of the world right now. So thank you, Northern Fancon.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yuki, what does Northern Fancon mean to you?
Everything. And then without her, we wouldn't be
Well,
here. So.
also we got to give a shout out to Sheldon of Central Display because he brought John and Yuki
Central
here.
Display, thank you so
Central-
much.
Thank you so much.
We
Display.
wouldn't be here without Central Display. And look them up online and figure out what they do. What do they do?
Supplying like a lot of the pipe and drape for the event here that make things look beautiful.
And it's really solid. I mean, our thing just fell down because we had a selfie with Jerry and Sarah, who drove 8 hours here, who are great fans of The Last Drive, and we invited
They're in
them
the
up.
audience somewhere.
And there's a beautiful picture now on Twitter where it's in the middle of falling down, our sign, because we knocked it over while we were taking a selfie. Classic.
We have
So
to
it was
even
our
knock,
fault,
right?
not Central Display.
And then we have to even knock. John is the musical director for the show, The Last Drive-In. I designed the set. I'm an art director. Then suddenly,
Suddenly we just got pulled up in front of the camera. I don't know how it happened. But we're so grateful to be here. Leah, what does
Right.
Northern Fancon mean to you?
Just meeting cool like all you guys, whether you're attending the event, whether you're a celebrity guest, like, I don't know. I like how it brings people together.
It
No
really
fighting
does.
during FanCon.
Ming.
Northern Fancon is the culmination of everything I love about Canada and Canadian fandom. I come here. All my friends here. I make new friends, old friends. But then we do karaoke. We drink Caesars. We eat cheesies. We go downtown. We go cause trouble over at Nancy O's and
The Croft.
and the Croft. We'll be over the Croft.
Of course, he finds the diviest dive bar in the city, and then we live there for Sunday.
Hey man,
so.
I'm protected there, man. They won't.
He's got the street cred.
Yeah, they won't let me get stabbed there now because I bought too many drinks there. They don't want to lose my business. So, and it's an honor being invited back.
We love having
almost
you.
every year, and I hope to be here every year for forever for sure.
I'll adopt you as my unofficial child older than me if it doesn't happen that you come back.
But you got to get rid of that pizza problem. That's the only thing that
Not a
Leah's got-
problem.
It's not a
Or
problem.
my floors
Not a
will be
problem.
like clean as hell, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Amazing. All right, well, that was Yuki and John's podcast buffet live at Northern Fancon.
Yeah,
Thanks for being
thank you
here,
guys.
guys.
We just
Thank
want
you,
to thank
Northern
everybody.
Fancon.
We want to plug ourselves, Yuki and I. You can check us out every other Friday on The Last Drive-In. We air on Shudder and AMC TV. You can also catch us at Yuki and John's podcast buffet and Yuki and John's Patreon buffet. We have a buffet of content. Sorry about the cheeseburger. I'll get you a hot dog cheeseburger. Plug, what do you got? Any plugs?
Nah. Let's keep going.
Yeah, come to Northern Fancon. I'll
Yeah.
be here all weekend.
We'll be
and,
here all weekend.
Yeah, and I'm all over social media. If you can't come to me, I'll come to you. So
That's right.
what
So
she said.
let's end this thing with a Canada chant. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Canada!
Canada! Canada! Canada! Dave Foley!
Yay! Woo! Thanks, guys.
who's got a camera? We get right up here. Somebody have a camera here.
Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.